Hi guys, right, what are we doing today besides drinking some limoncello? My channel has had a rebrand, closely linked to the brand I already had, which was, yes, it was openly stolen from the magazine that is the start of my inspiration, and even from back in the day. Not going to go over that today. I've harped on about that enough times, but this cover, beautiful, beautiful artwork. This is this in electronic format, available from archive.org. So that's what I'm going to have on that screen as my muse, and this is on the Amiga, not emulated. What we design right now is going to form the branding that you will be seeing. So essentially what I'm going to go for here is a skull and crossbones, but in pixel style. I've just selected the big pixel brush here. So that's that. Let's select white so we can see what that looks like. And what I've done is I've just set a grid to, my gridding is 5 pixels by 5 pixels, which is the width of this brush. So we'll do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, then we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I think I actually went another, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 there. So we've got a bit of a dome shape to the head there. And now I'm just going to come down and down and down, and looking across at the other skull that I've got from that Amiga Format magazine until it's looking sort of about right, about there. Looks deep enough, I think. Okay. My jaw kind of cracked out of place yesterday, quite amusing, whilst eating a cheese and pickle sandwich. There we go, bit of trivia for you. I once read a song about a cheese and pickle sandwich. Okay. And, oh, no, so we've gone one too far there. Actually, no, I think we need that width. Gets a bit tricky when you get to the teeth, especially if your jaw cracks out of place. Right, and so from here, we're just going to have the lower skull. This is getting a bit rushed because I don't want the video to be too long. And then we sort of come up. That's sort of the outer skull, and then the outer jaw comes across there and across there, and there's your basic, maybe there. There's your basic skull shape. Looks like Homer. How did that happen? Homer has a skull. Don't colour this. Here we go. Look, here we go. Oh look, stuff the skull idea. We're going to go for Homer Simpson. No, we're not going for Homer Simpson. We're not going for Homer Simpson. It's not going to happen. All right, let's see where we can go from here. So what I want to do now is sort of try and perfect these eye socket pieces. Not eye socket pieces, the teeth. There, there, there. Come down in the middle, there, there, there. Up again, there, there. Let's do the eyes. So the eyes, on the Amiga Format magazine, he's got sunglasses on, but I don't want to steal that branding. This is literally just going to be my skull and crossbones. Yeah, because I think what I did before, sort of along the lines of this. You don't want it to join in the middle, that's the problem. So when you're doing this kind of style, you really don't have very much room to play with, that's the thing. And you have to just kind of remember that that is the kind of style that it's going to have. Does he look a bit too clown-like if I give him a nose? Maybe I just give him a straight nose. And this is great. What I like about this is different. I like that. That's looking very Death's Head from Transformers. Transformers, the comic book series, actually. So this is good. This is several inspirations for me coming into play into one thing. And I like the angry look, purposely going for that rather than the friendly sunglasses. Okay, good. That's that. Then what I want is the actual bones themselves. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to fill that in. Okay, a bit of stylisation here really is what's going on. That's sort of the end of the bones there. And then to make sure we're consistent, what I could do here is actually sort of do that, so it's more sort of going down behind there. We'll run with that. And then what we can do is we can grab that as a brush. I didn't get that much into brushes as a kid. I should be always talking about my memories because that's what this is meant to be about for me. I can flip that brush. See, really what we're looking at here is my knowledge of things like Photoshop coupled with memory of Deluxe Paint and going, well, these aren't features I really played with, but now I understand them more. So I can flip that way. There we go. And then I should also be able to flip that same brush vertically. And I want that sort of imaginary line going through the skull to about there. Ah, look at that. Look at that. I like it. I like it. And again, one more time, flip it horizontally again this time. Now, look at that, okay? When I right click here, see how it goes that red? Well, that gave me a bit of inspiration earlier. I quite like that. I quite like that dark red on black. So what I'm going to do here is for the final touch, I'm really liking this now. I am really liking this. So the final touch is I'm going to choose this maroon. And here's my marooned pilot flag logo. And now that sort of really does sort of draw inspiration and DNA, design DNA, I would argue. What did we start with? We started with a white skull and crossbones on red, and now what we've actually, with some black elements, and what we've actually got now is a red skull and crossbones on black, which is nice and moody. I'm very happy. Look at, he's angry. Oh, he's so angry. Yes. Okay, it's actually in real time a bit over a week since I last played with this. I realised that actually these are out. You would have seen me do them by eye. And let me just show you what I mean. So if I use a straight line as a ruler and just draw along those pixel edges there, so I'm basically lining it up here like a ruler, and that should line up with the top of the other one, and it's clearly not. So what I'm going to do is grab this. Ah, there we go. Right click kind of deletes. Okay, I like that. And I'm actually going to go up, I think by 2. I think that's what I worked out. Pretty sure that's what I worked out. And then I'm going to go down here. In line with that piece of jaw there. Do that there. So I'm just double checking to make sure that's in line. Seems to be. And then same here. Delete and bring that down. I could bring that down, but then that brings that too far down. All right, I'm gonna live with that. That's fine. So let's fire up Amiga Forever, and we'll go in Workbench 1. I'm just going to use a preset Workbench 1.3 because that's absolutely fine. Because I've got a filter turned on in Amiga Forever that gives these scan lines. Now it's not the scan line filter, I think it's called the phosphorus filter or something like that. And to me, this gives a more realistic CRT look. So let's jump into Amiga Workbench. We'll go into Preferences, and we're going to go into Preferences here. I'm sure you're familiar with this. So all I've done is I've grabbed the background color and I've taken that down to black. Okay, I was always very into dark stuff, so I like that. White, I'm going to leave as white. That's absolutely fine. I'm happy with that. And then the blue, I'm going to make that red. Looks a bit garish, but actually I like it. Does it want to be a bit sort of more of a maroon? Maybe. Can't remember exactly what I went for, but we'll go for that. And then this, I'm actually going to go for a bit of a dark blue. Okay. Something like that. So if I click use there, boom, that's what we've got. So I need to insert a disk image file. custom discs. Here we go. And I've got one called 005 AGIMA. It was a few days ago I actually did this. So forgive me, because what that gives me the option, so basically that's an ADF to emulate a blank disc. So now what I can do is I can open that and look what I've got. I've got this. So what I can do is I can bring that down, stretch it across. Okay. So we just stretch that out as far as we can go. Let's close these others off so that we've got some blank space around that. Put it down so we've got some blank space around it there as well, because then I've got my title. So this is all genuinely made in the Amiga. If I really wanted to, I could have done this on the actual Amiga, but you can see the reason why I'm actually choosing to do this simulation, because this is just for the branding, and it just makes it easier. I actually have here, just because I've been messing about with using Amiga Explorer to copy ADFs across onto actual floppy disks. So I've got a copier workbench with this theme basically saved on here, and also the modem preferences, the baud rate preferences that I need to make Amiga Explorer work. So this is sort of white on black with reds is actually a version of Workbench I'm using in real life on my Amiga. So there we go. Okay, so from there, all I can really do here is, because I'm in emulation, I can do that, and I can snapshot this. So I'm going to go snapshot to screenshots folder. Okay, and then I can bring that up and open that. Let's open the screenshots folder. So then what I would do is I think the one I sent to Doug, I quickly mocked up in in Paint, to be honest, but I just want to give you a wider understanding of what I'm doing in Photoshop to actually come up with my branding, because it's a bit more work than it looks. I'm just going to go open, and I'm going to open that. There we go. Done. Right, now I'm going to open my new version, which is in my screenshots folder. Picture, screenshots. I'm just going to quickly open this. Boom, there we go. Spot my deliberate mistake. The mouse pointer was right over there when I did it. All right, fair enough. Okay, I'll show you how I did the other one, because I still got some work to do on this. So it would have been a case of, you know, grab a section of black. It's easy enough. Copy that, paste it, move it across. There we go. Trash can's gone. Easy as that. So and then snip that out and put it into my other template. Okay, so that's what that would have been. So I'm going to open the one I sent to Doug. Let's bring that in. Boom. All right. Right. We're going to drag that up into the corner. Okay, and then holding Shift, I'm going to drag that out, because then it will always keep aspect ratio. Very important to me. Stuff that isn't inside aspect ratio needs to be burned at the stake. Job done. Now you'll notice that obviously this isn't wide enough for what I need. So that's easy enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically grab, in fact I can do this very smart and quickly. If I grab that much of that top layer, see my layers down here, copy paste, and then I and just slide that to the right. Boom. Because I included enough of this bit, the bit with the bars, it's actually spread that across. You don't want to stretch it across, you just want to spread it. So there we go. So that gives me a backing, and I'm actually going to save that now as a new graphic, as a JPEG that I can bring text up over the top of, similar to what I did with the blue version. I'll also have to grab a new corner when it's clicked on, so that's something I'll do behind the scenes. Don't need to bore you with that. And I can bring that into Premiere, and that is that. And that's nice for me. I like it. It's my new theme. It's got 005 AGIMA rather than Workbench 1.3 as well. The colors are different, so at a glance, if it happens to get caught in a thumbnail, it's different enough from Doug's stuff, it's different enough from Ravi Abbott's stuff, and anybody else doing vanilla Workbench stuff, as there, which like I say is unavoidable. We're all going to sort of choose to go that similar route. Then this is absolutely fine.